Thank you for purchasing a new 3D printer from Delaney Drafting and Design. I'm Russ, and I'm going to show you how to set up your 3D printer for your first 3D printing job. So, we've already got it unpacked and assembled thus far. What we're going to do is take the power cord and plug it in, start loading some filament. So I'm going to show you the back of the 3D printer. Here's where your power cord goes in, and here's your power switch. Also back here you'll see your reset switch, and here is your USB port if you're connecting it to a computer, which we don't need to do for this step. So taking your power cord, make sure that it's plugged securely into the back of the printer, and then the other end into your 110 volt outlet. I'm going to flip it around. There you go. So, from here, what we're going to want to do is load the filament. We have white ABS on the right side extruder here. So, taking your SD card that came with the printer, we're going to pop it into the slot just inside here. You'll see there's a spot for it. To load the filament, what we're going to do is on the main menu, we're going to go down to Utilities, Filament Loading, and then Load Right. The extruder is going to heat up. It's going to take a while the first time you're doing it, but we're almost at temperature here, so when it gets to 230 degrees, we're going to be able to start feeding the filament in from the guide tube into the extruder. It'll let you know when it's ready. It'll tell you on the menu on the screen, and it'll play a little tune. We're at 227. There it goes. It says begin loading or unloading. Press the center button when finished. So here I'm going to take the filament and guide it in through the top of the extruder, and I'm not going to push it really hard. I'm just going to feel right where it goes, and it actually starts grabbing it for you. You can feel it grab the filament, and then what you would do is just take the tube and push it in to the keeper there. And then shortly you'll notice here comes the filament. Now I recommend letting it extrude for a while. Get some, purge out whatever material was in there before, and let it flow for a while to make sure that everything is coming out really good. And this looks good. This is how you would like it to look. You can see at the beginning there was a different color that it pushed out. Now all the color that's coming out is all fresh, clean white. So I'm going to hit the center button and then back out of that. And then you can see, you just pull that material away. Now that we have the filament loaded, all we got to do is put the acrylic cover over. So I'm going to put these two little spots here underneath in the front. They kind of wedge right underneath here and here. And then just bend it in just a little bit just to get these corners in on the back. And they'll kind of snap into place. And there we go. And that finishes that off. So then what we're going to do next is we're going to actually level the build plate. In order to do that with your SD card in the SD slot, what we're going to do is select Print from SD on the main menu here, and then under English, ENG, there is plate leveling.x3g. That's the file that we're going to use to level the plate. So select that and hit OK. It says find 3 knobs on the bottom of the platform and tighten 4 or 5 turns. I'm going to move the extruder to various positions for adjustment. In each position we will need to adjust 2 knobs at the same time. Nozzles are at the right height when you can just slide a sheet of paper between the nozzle and the platform. Grab a sheet of paper to assist us. We're using the card that came with the printer today. It says please wait. down as far as it can go. Tightening these leveling screws on the bottom. And now the head's moving over to the first point. And it's coming down here. You see that we do have a gap that we got to take care of. It says adjust the front knobs until the paper just slides between the nozzle and platform. So that's what we're going to do. Put the paper there, and we're going to adjust the knob until it just touches. And you want just a slight drag. You don't want it to pinch and grab it too hard. You don't want it to be too loose. Just right. And then I'm hitting OK. Now it's moving to the next spot. Please wait. Now it's in the back. I'm going to do the same thing on the back screw here. Bring it up to the nozzle. Same thing where the card, there's just a slight drag on it, not pinching really hard. And then that's good. Okay, now it says adjust the left knobs until the paper slides just between the nozzle and platform. So that's the left side here. Same thing, and bring the table up by adjusting the screw until we just have a slight drag on that card. Okay, and then I'm going to hit OK. It says please wait, and now it's moving here. Check that paper just slides between the nozzle and platform. Yep, and that's how it feels. Just slides between there. I'm going to hit OK. Leveling finished. Now you're ready to begin. If you want to begin with your first print job just to test out your printer, I would go to the main menu and then hit Print from SD, and then select under the folder Test Model. There are a few here, and I'm going to go down. Let's see. This says CP ABS 40mm box, right? So that would print off a little box for you. So if you go ahead and hit OK on that, now what the printer's going to do is it's going to begin heating your build tray and the extruder, and when everything is ready, then it's going to actually start printing your first print job. Remember that when you're printing ABS, you want to keep the front cover closed and the top cover on, but when you're printing with PLA, you want to have the printer in an open state for that material. Now you see the machine is heating up. The right extruder is at 220 degrees. Now we're just waiting for the platform to reach 105. It's at 102 right now. Now you see it's beginning the print job, and it's looking pretty good. There it goes. Starting out, laying the material down. This looks nice. So there you go. That's how you do your full setup on your 3D printer and start printing out with it. Thank you for choosing Delaney Drafting and Design, and happy 3D printing.